All right, and welcome back to UpsideDownDrafting.com. I'm your host, Johnny B. Let's get right into it. This is Waiver Wire Gems. All right, hey, I took a win. I'm back to 8-4. Snapped a losing streak that was very annoying, but I'm back here. I'm at the helm. I'm running this ship, and it's playoff picture time, folks. We'll get into that in a second. If you're new to us, just scroll down. You can take a look backwards at what we were talking about earlier in the season. And there's some picks here that you can compare, right? You got your go-to website. I'm not arguing with that. So do I. I have my own content, my own information. And here's what we told you last week. I know there's a bevy of guys out here, so don't kill me. But these are some of the guys we talked about, right? So Sean Drone, Niners. I like what's happening to the Niners because they're already thinking about next year. They thought about next year after like week 5. But still, with the new quarterback that everybody likes, Sean Drone is a good player. I think he's somebody to consider. The rest of these guys, I'm not going to go into. You should have kind of already done your research, and some of these are too obvious. I apologize. But out of the litter, I love Marquise Wilson of Chicago and J.J. Nelson. Funches is going to have a huge game, so if you did grab him earlier in the weeks or year that I told you, that's great. But I'm sure you got that from other people. So let's keep going down and talk about what's going on in Week 13. So I'll put Drone back in there. Sean Drone, 49ers, we'll put him in there. David Johnson's the obvious pick. Arizona, right? You got 2 Cardinals that are injured, and so he moves up to a position, and there's a good chance somebody in your league already had him, so he's not a waiver wire candidate. But the other guy I'll say is Jay Ajayi from Miami. Here's the thing, right? They lose that coach, Mr. Bill Lazor, and so the thing now is, look, am I going to tell you that he's going to be the starter? No. Is his playing time going to increase? No. But if it's a playoff picture, why not grab him? Why not buy him low? And let's see what happens when Miami's run game gets back to the high percentages it should be at without this coach. Maybe that's the ticket. I don't know. But I like what I see in the Miami runner. So get him if you have room. Week 13, the obvious pick again is Doug Baldwin, Seattle Seahawks. I'm not the first to tell you that one, but I like him. So if you're kind of on the fence whether that was a fluke last week, Seattle did this last year, same thing, started off slow, now they're hot, right? So, hey, I can't argue that. Go get the hot guy. So, Baldwin, right now, he's the player that you want. Wilson, I think, is still steady for Chicago. I like what Cutler's doing. So, we'll say that for the wide receivers. Another tight end that we talked about that I already had 2 or 3 weeks ago was Zach Miller. Okay, so we'll throw him again if he's still available. Chances are he's not. And then here's the guy, right? Unless you have some waiver wire budget money, it goes without saying, Scott Chandler, without Gronkowski, I got him in my other league, Gronkowski, so obviously, Scott, I'm going to back up, but look, I think everyone and their mother knows that, so that's not really another pick that I'm giving you kind of insight on, right? These are still obvious, but hey, got to throw them on my list, and then for defense, I'm going to say Miami. Like Miami this week. I think that's probably a good defense. I think they're at the top of my list almost, so I think that would be a good one, and it's a chance that you could actually get them. I'm sure they're still on somebody's waiver wire, so look for that. I moved 8-4. If you've been following me, I'm in 3rd place overall. I'm moving in on this guy above me right now that's 9-3. We're kind of neck and neck going into the last week of the regular season, and then we start the playoffs, so I'll let you know how that works. But essentially, I took this team, and you can follow me on UpsideDownDrafting.com and see how I did, but hey, man, I had a lot of injuries, and I'm fighting back, and kind of here's what I've been doing. 4 games in a row, I took a loss, right? So now I'm back on track, and if I can just get me in the playoffs, man, I'm a different animal, so I think that's the same with you, right? All you want to do is create a waiver wire routine, stick to it, beat the in-season management out of the other fellas, and then get in the playoffs, and then we can talk, right? So we're almost there. We got 1 week left. And just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking me out. Again, this is Johnny B, UpsideDownDrafting.com. We appreciate all your emails, all the comments, and it's been a fun year here, guys. And, I just can't thank you enough for tuning in. So I'll try to put out another video this Friday if anything shakes, if I see anything else. But for now, it's kind of vanilla. I apologize. You already probably know all the content I talked about, but hopefully that confirms what you're looking on your other websites. And just thanks again. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. That's a wrap. Johnny B, talk to you later.